What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all on Analysis Playground on YouTube and on my website. We're going to talk about the top 15 duos. Now, this is all subjective and all debatable, and this is no bias. This is just a fun video to talk about the best trios in the NBA. I did the duos last video, so check that out. Um, They'll be in the same playlist. Number 15, Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, and Scotty Barnes. I know it could be OG Anunoby, it can be Gary Trent, but Scotty Barnes was Rookie of the Year and had a pretty solid season, and he's the best solid defender outside of OG Anunoby, but he does a little bit more when it comes to rebounding and assisting. You look at Fred VanVleet, he can really score the ball, he can really handle the ball. He was an All-Star last year, while Pascal Siakam was an All-NBA performer. He made the All-Star team before, but All-NBA is a lot tougher. Fred VanVleet was able to do the All-Star team. Pascal was able to do the All-NBA team, and that's just a beautiful thing to see. Two of their guys really struggle what people thought, and they was able to make the playoffs the last couple seasons without Kawhi Leonard and do their thing without him, and that's powerful to see that they've been able to stay afloat without a superstar player for multiple seasons now. Number 14, Luka Doncic, Christian Wood, and Spencer Dinwiddie. This is a duo that has went to the Western Conference Finals with Dinwiddie and Luka last season, and now they add Christian Wood. I don't think they're gonna have the same success, but you never really know because the playoffs are matchup based, and we know how dominant Luka can be as a player individually. And you put the right supporting cast around him, that can just elevate his play, and that elevates their play. And then next thing you know, they firing on all cylinders, just becoming a tough team to defend. I know he's not a defensive team or a defensive player, but it still do let you know how dominant he has been to be All NBA first team straight seasons, going on his fourth, obviously, right now, and he could even be MVP. And the Dallas Mavericks are still winning, even though they haven't had the greatest record. They still have been a top 16 multiple seasons in a row, and they even have made it to the conference finals with Luka as their best player. 13, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Vucevic. Only reason why they're higher is because I like their trio a lot better. They have two All Stars and DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine in this bunch. Vucevic was a former All Star in Orlando. Hasn't been able to do it in Chicago. Maybe he can do it this season, but he's a center that can post up, hit a mid range, hit a three, hit hook shots, left and right hook, and he can dunk. DeMar DeRozan is a clutch player. He can hit mid-range threes and also floaters and get to the free throw line. And Zach LaVine is an athletic freak that can hit mid-range and threes, cross you up, slam dunk right in your face, and he's a great transition player. As a trio that have been a top six team in the Eastern Conference and a playoff team perennially, we'll see if they can do it again, another season in a row, as they was able to be more better than what people expected last year, and now they have the pressure to be able to do it again. Will they or will they not? We don't know, but it is worth mentioning. 12, Zion, Ingram, and CJ. Zion didn't play with this trio before last season, but they still made it to the playoffs without him. Then you add a 27-point scorer in his previous season. He's averaging about 25 now this year. That just shows you how strong this trio can be. They should be mentioned higher just because they almost came close to winning the playoff series against the Phoenix Suns without Zion. And now with Zion and a better supporting cast around them, and the fact that they have three 20-point scorers on the same roster just show you how dynamic this trio is. And this trio is going to be dangerous as they get younger and grow together. I mean, as they're young and they can grow together, it just makes it tougher for them to have a ceiling that's not Western Conference Finals or further on than that. Even the NBA Finals berth should be something that they should expect. A trio that already has done it. Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. They already made it to the Western Conference Finals in the bubble. They have 20-point scorers in Michael Porter Jr. He can hit a three. He can hit a mid range. He can dunk the basketball pretty well. Jokic has been a two-time MVP and a top 75 almost player. He's going to be top 100 for sure, just based off rebounds and triple doubles, and the fact that he carried the Nuggets to the playoffs even without Jamal Murray and Michael Porter by himself. But they made it to the Western Conference Finals with all three of them healthy. We'll see if they're able to do that again. and then Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson has been injured, and they've still been one of the top teams in the Western Conference. Last year, they had injuries to Ja Morant and still was 20-5 and had a great record without him, showing you how great of a duo Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson is without Ja, and how great they are without Jaren, and how that great they are together was a 50-win team and a team that made it out of the first round last year. So it just show you how great they are as a trio already. Kyrie, Ben Simmons, and Kevin Durant. They haven't played one series together, but they have won a series with James Harden. They should be able to win the series without him, just because Kevin Durant has just been that good. Kyrie is an offensive dynamo himself and a one-man offense within himself. He made it out of the first round in this Boston with the Celtics. Kevin Durant has done it multiple times in OKC, and Ben Simmons has done it multiple times with Joel Embiid. They should be able to do it as a trio. They was able to do it with James Harden. They should be able to do it without him. Next is actually Bam, Tyler Hero, and Jimmy Butler. This trio has made it to the Eastern Conference Finals twice, and they have made it to the NBA Finals once. It really was Goran Dragic that was hot, but Goran Dragic has left, and now it's up to Tyler Hero, a Six-Man of the Year All-Star, former All-Star, and Bam Adebayo, current All-Star, and Jimmy Butler. We'll see if he make it again, which he should this year. And they have been to multiple playoffs in a row with this trio, one of the best trios in the game. And now Tyler Hero is finally starting. Can he stop being streaky and be consistent? Can Jimmy Butler play the same way in the regular season that he plays in the playoffs? And can Bam be dominant in the paint like he is in the playoffs in the regular season? And in the playoffs, consistency is key for their success. And we'll see if they'll be able to maintain it. They have done it for multiple seasons, but can they win a title in Miami? We have to wait and see, or will they have to upgrade their trio? James Harden, Embiid, and Maxey, they have made it out of the first round before last season when they beat the Toronto Raptors, which is one of the top 15 trios in the game. They ended up beating them in 6 games and ended up taking the Boston they ended up taking the teams to a further Miami Heat to a further round, almost 7 games this playoff series last season, and they have really had dominant performance by Joel Embiid, who's a scoring champion and MVP candidate last year. Tyrese Maxey is one of the rising young stars. James Harden is a top 75 player all time and one of the best scorers in NBA history, winning multiple scoring titles individually, and they was able to still win 50-plus games last year and beat the Toronto Raptors in 6 games. So this trio has higher upside because of Maxey. We'll see what they're able to do as they continue to stay together. Darius Garland, um, Donovan Mitchell, and Jarrett Allen. They are 3 all-star trio. Jarrett Allen and Darius Garland was an all-star duo last year, and then they added Donovan Mitchell to that. And then the wins start piling up. They only lost 3 games so far this season as recording of this video, and they just look dynamic and they look tough to contain. Darius Garland shooting threes, Donovan Mitchell shooting threes, mid-range layups and floaters, same with Garland, and then Jarrett Allen just finishing in that paint and protecting the rim. They just a tough team to contain and a team that can defend pretty well. And this trio is just firing on all firepower and all cylinders. They have 2 guys that can really stretch the floor and really kill you in the inside too. And then Jarrett Allen can really do finishing around that paint and dunk really well because of his length and size and athleticism. Then you have DeJounte Murray, Trae Young, and Clint Capella. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals without DeJounte Murray. With the addition of him, Clint Capella has been a double-double. Trae Young has been a double-double. And DeJounte Murray, he can assist, he can rebound, he can score the basketball very well for his size. And he's the perfect shooting guard to go alongside Trae Young just because he can handle the ball, create his own shot, and he can pass as a playmaker, and he can rebound the ball very well for a shooting guard, making a perfect parent for Trae Young in the backcourt. And he can send lobs to John Collins and find Capella for dump-offs and lobs too, making it the perfect fit for Clint Capella too. Next is Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and DeAndre Ayton. This trio has made it to the Western Conference Finals in the NBA, and then they lost in the second round. They have been the number 2 team in the NBA the first team in the regular season too. They had regular season success, and they also have had postseason success, making it out of the first round multiple seasons in a row. After being a bubble team that came close to making the playoffs, they have been able to make it to the playoffs multiple times in advance. Because of that, Chris Paul has declined, but still has been an All-Star, All NBA player. Devin Booker was an All-Star, All NBA player last year, making a duo All-Star, All NBA duo. And then Aiden has been a force in that paint as a defensive guy. He has been solid offensively, being able to hit post shots, whether it's a face-up, a hook shot, or even mid-range jumpers, or even free throws, and rebound the ball solidly. This trio is one of the best and deepest in the NBA. And then you look at Giannis, Drew Holiday, and Middleton at number 3. They have been great as a trio, making it to the NBA Finals and winning the championship over the Phoenix Suns, and making it to the second round this year without Chris Middleton was pretty impressive. Going into a Game 7, they all can defend, they all can rebound, they all can score the ball very efficiently and very well. As a trio, they have had humongous success in the regular season, finishing number 1 in the regular season multiple times, making it to the NBA Finals, like I said before, and they have another run to go for another title again this season, as they're already the first team to win 10 games, and they only have lost twice this season as of recording of this video. Number 2 is Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and Jason Tatum. They are the best young duo in the NBA. I mean, young trio in the NBA, as they have had the NBA Finals it crumble right in front of their face as they came close to it. Jason Tatum has become even better than he has been. Last season, he has gone supernova, Super Saiyan mode, where he's going for 30 and 40 every game, averaging 30 points per game. Jaylen Brown has played better this year than he has in his prior seasons. He's trying to look to be another All-Star. Marcus Smart coming off a Defensive Player of the Year and a running for that again, shooting the 3-ball better, scoring better, playing better, facilitating better. It just, is it Marcus Smart? Is it Brogdon? I think it's still Smart in this trio, and they try to look to make their second finals and actually win a championship this time when they get there. And number 1, Stephen Wardell, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green is the best trio, as they have won 4 titles as a trio, and they continue to win more. Is their goal is to win that 5th to tie Shaq and Kobe. Duncan has won 5. Magic has won 5. And Kareem is 6. Jordan is 6. They're trying to get in that upper echelon, but they have to win the 5th first to get to 6. And we can see they have won 7 total as a franchise. They're trying to catch up with the Lakers and the Celtics. They're getting closer and closer. They still in their mid-30s, so they still have time. They just have to be patient. They have to weather the storm, and they have one of the best quadruplets with Andrew Wiggins when you add him to the fact that he's a champion too. And they also have Jordan Poole. You can't really go wrong. Who should be in the trio? Should it be Andrew Wiggins? Should it be Jordan Poole, the third Splash brother? Or should it be how should it be when Draymond gets older as his body's breaking down? But all you gotta do is take Draymond out and put Wiggins in there, because he's a solid defender and a great 3-point shooter. Now that he's been in Golden State, he has improved to above 35%. And then you just take out Draymond and you just put Andrew Wiggins there, and then they'll still probably be the best trio in the NBA, just because Steph and Klay, the Splash Brothers, continue to thrive and play well together. Other than that, the best trio is Steph, Klay, and Draymond. Next year, if they win the title again, then it'd be Steph, Klay, and Andrew Wiggins, who has stepped his game up this year. And Steph Curry has become another MVP candidate again, as he continued to show that he's one of the best players ever, trying to be a top 10 player ever, but he needs another title to put him up there with Magic, Kareem, and Jordan, and Bill Russell. You got to win a bunch of them. He won 4, but can he win 5 like Shaq, like Duncan, like Kobe? And that will put Steph Curry in the upper echelon of players when it comes to rings. He already passed some of the all-time greats like Larry Bird and Wilt Chamberlain, but now he has to get on the same level as the other ones. As he's getting up in his 30s, the body's breaking down a little bit more, but guys like Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins have to step up in their roles and carry some of their weight now that the trio is getting older, and then that will allow them to age more gracefully, like we say in Wisconsin. Other than that, Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis signing out. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'll be coming with an instant analysis on the Los Angeles Lakers versus Brooklyn Nets later tonight. That'll be at the end of the night, so it'll be around 10 or 11 or 12. So keep out for that. Check out my Anchor FM, which is Spotify podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. In the description, the comment section below. Like on Facebook, like the video, comment, like, subscribe, and share to show support to the channel. Any support is great support. Y'all have been doing a great job with that. Thanks to the new subscribers. I love the fact that y'all loving my content. I make a lot of videos and they all classics to me, and it seems like it's the same to y'all. So keep commenting. I usually respond on every comment, and check out my website. That also be in the description section below. Other than that, enjoy the video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of them, and enjoy the next one that's coming up later today.